Hi, everybody. Patrick Dzimiri here from Money Tree. Thank you for tuning in. Um, I just want to, first of all, thank my first two guests who've come onto the podcast, Jason Hall and Zachary Green. Um, and of course, we're going to, as I mentioned, as I indicated before, do the audio issues that we had on the first interview. At some point, we're going to revisit uh, and sit down with Jason again, just to make sure that we we have all we are able to hear all his wonderful ideas and his expertise. And so again, thanks for tuning into the channel. I'm very much appreciated. But the main, first thing I want to do is thank my two guests. And the second thing is I basically wanted to explain what Money Tree is, why I started it. The concept of money tree came about as I was thinking about how the economy has changed, how the global economy has changed, um, how we live now in a world where, um, unlike our parents' generation, um, most of us, well, let me say, most people I know have at least two sources of income, right? And they do this for financial security. Some people are doing it for survival. For multiple of reasons, people are having at least two sources of income. And I thought, okay, what is it that people are doing different ways? What is it that people are doing with today's reality? What is it that they're doing to survive and better yet, hopefully to thrive? But what is it that they're doing in order to plant those seeds so that they're able to save, plan, and invest, right? So, you know, uh, one of the most important things in terms of creating financial security is to be able to have the income that you need to be able to do that. And so I really wanted to talk to people that I think are doing very, very interesting things in terms of creating income sources for themselves. Now, one thing I need to make clear, while I've had two business owners as my first two guests, this channel is not limited to just business owners. I want to talk to anybody who's doing interesting things in their lives to create income sources for themselves, to plant those seeds, to create that tree that'll give them residual income for a lifetime. And so the idea of the name of the podcast came from, I thought of the idea of planting trees. I'm somebody who loves trees, right? Because growing up, well, being from a country originally in Zimbabwe where there are a lot of trees and so a lot of beautiful trees, a lot of vegetation, I've grown to have a natural love of trees. You can see as I'm sitting here in my house, in the background, there are some beautiful trees back there. And so I have a deep, deep love of nature and trees in general. Um, but the idea was when you plant a tree, it sprouts leaves, it grows out, and it grows out and it produces fruits, literally produces fruit, right? And so I was thinking, you plant a money tree, you plant a seed, that produces you plant seeds that will produce those fruits of money that'll give you that financial security for the rest of your life. And so I'm really interested in talking to people who are doing this in a variety of ways, right? And again, my first two guests have been business owners, but this channel is not limited to business owners. I want to have people from all walks of life, from all professions, who are doing amazing things in order to create additional sources of them income, whether it's through working overtime, whether it's through extra whether it's through a particular type of investments, whether it's through um, sub additional 401k investment, whatever it is that people are doing to create a financial future for themselves. I want to talk to them because I think that um, to some extent we all live in a bubble, right? And we all live in a world where we have our friends who we talk to and kind of discuss with. But as far as, especially when it comes to finances, there's very, very few people that we tend to really talk about finances beyond our circle. And I'm not asking you to come out. I'm not asking for people to come out here and put their personal business in terms of what their finances, what their financial standpoint is. The point is really for them to share ideas of what they've done, and so that people can get perspective as to what are different ways that they can, avenues that they can pursue to create financial security for themselves. One of the guests that I'll have in the upcoming weeks has a unique candle business, which I don't want to spoil anything, but I'll just leave it at that, as a unique candle business. And it's such a unique idea. I'm very excited to bring her on, and I think it'll leave a lot of people wondering, thinking that, oh wow, that's a lot of creativity and so forth. And so I really want to inspire people to be creative, because I think the with the exception of very few professions, I think the days of job security are done. They're over, and so within our world, we have just to say, okay, what is it that we have to do to take care of our families, right? And in saying that the days of job security are over, I'm not saying that you shouldn't try to do the best at your job, right? On the contrary, I'm saying do the best that you do at your job. Again, not everybody in life is going to be a business owner or investor or anything. It also depends on your particular interests, right? But what I am saying is, regardless of whatever you're doing in your life to try to create income source, to generate an income, provide yourself some level of security. That is my point. How you do that is totally up to you. But I just want to bring people on who are doing different things in life to, like I said, create that income security for themselves. So I'm going to have business owners, teachers, doctors, lawyers, firefighters, people from all walks of life. I want them to come on and to come onto this channel and to share ideas, right? Because we're all going to benefit, and we're all going to grow, and plus I've always believed in being having a diverse diversity is so important, and diversity not just in terms of race, ethnicity, religion, and so forth, but diversity in terms of your circle, right? Um, I know I have somebody in my life who's been very financially successful, and I remember we're talking some time back, and I remember he was saying to me that one of the things he values most is having friends from all walks of life within his circle, um, because he grows a lot, he learns a lot from, while it's nice to hang out with the friends on the yacht and so forth, but it's also he learns a lot by having friends who have 9 to 5 jobs, who are trying to pay the bills, who are trying to do what trying to survive. He says he gets a lot of perspective from that, and my approach is obviously the same. I have a very diverse group of friends. I've got a diverse group of people in my life, and I learn from all of them. And so I think that there's a lot of value in sharing information and sharing that perspective. So if you're doing something unique, whether it's at your job or your business, I want you on my channel. Um, we want you on our channel, and so we will definitely bring more guests. Um, well, I have the first couple guests. I have them lined up. We're working out scheduling with some of them. I will be sending out a calendar soon and method soon for you to sign up for. If you're interested in coming on my channel, would love to have you. I'll be sending out a method for you to get a time slot, to a method for you to sign up, so that so that we can schedule a time to interview. And I'd love to speak with you. But basically, that's what I just wanted to explain. What Money Tree is really, it's about, the idea of Money Tree is growing that diverse source of income for yourself, to provide financial security for now and the future. Thank you so much for your time. As you see, it's a beautiful day out here. So I hope wherever you are, you're enjoying this wonderful Sunday as well. I appreciate your time. Aside from the interviews, I will be jumping on onto the channel everywhere. We'll be jumping onto the channel to discuss different topics. Like I said, some sessions will be interviews. Sometimes it'll be just me talking about trending topics or concepts that I think are important. So again, by the way, if you have not followed the YouTube channel, just go ahead and go back to that interview with Zach. Go ahead and press like. Please share it. Please subscribe. It doesn't cost anything to subscribe. Please like, share, and subscribe on our YouTube channel. I appreciate you all. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you for tuning in, and thank you for your continued support. And I'll see you again soon. Take care now. Bye.